Anyway, guys, Epic Strelok is our green Ukrainian Terran who's 4-2 in this season.
So BM, brother.
And 1-0 over GanZi. This would be a huge win for Strelok. It would be super impressive if once more the Ukrainian Terran is going to make it at least to the playoffs. And hey, who knows, maybe even to the offline finals, man.
Would be awesome to see him there. It's always a pleasure hanging out with Strelok. Super nice guy. Super good player.
GanZi is the one practicing a barracks this time, Ben, and I don't really think that Strelok is going to expect that. Of course, we're going to keep a close eye on if Strelok is going to scout that. Strelok this time went for Refinery first, and then the Rex, so maybe he's the benchy player this game?
Could be, and I'm feeling maybe a Marauder opening for GanZi.
Yep.
Strelok, this is a two-player map, so
yeah, he might scout.
There's an okay reason to, like,
just
check
peek
around.
In.
Yeah.
Just like instead of rallying it straight away, just check here first and then send it. Unless you want to scout super early, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Every time, for example, every time I play Shakur's Plateau, I always check that little behind the places. You know what I'm talking about? A little behind the site blocker. I always check it for proxy.
So I didn't do that for a long time, but I scouted really early. So. But yeah, you can still send an Overlord there as well.
So we'll see if Strelok does do something like that. He is sending out that first SCV, and he will go directly.
Oh, he's gonna check it. Wow, Strelok. That's great. He's gonna see the tag lab. He's gonna spot the barracks. That doesn't mean that he's fine yet, though, because it's still gonna be hard for him to defend. But he's gonna build a bunker straight away, and that is, of course, a very smart decision. And then he might actually just be fine. Yeah,
then it'll be very hard for GanZi to make this work. Normally, you get concussive shells. He hasn't started it. I think he realizes that it's gonna be tough for him to get anything done. Might try to poke with the first Marauder, but if that bunker finishes, there is no chance. And
this bunker is going to finish, man. There's nothing that GanZi is going to be able to do about that. And now I really wonder what he's going to follow it up with a Reaper. That's interesting.
Run, Marine! Marauder's going to run around inside the main base of Strelok for a little while, but I don't think Strelok's going to mind. He might lose an SCV or two. But
he shouldn't lose a single SCV, man. He's going to lose one over here, which I think is a little bit sloppy. Might actually end up losing two over here. The way that it's going to.
Good control by GanZi, really keeping that Marauder alive for as long as possible.
Yeah, that was very good by GanZi, awesome, but I also think that was a mistake by Strelok. It takes 5 hits from a Marauder band to kill an SCV. I don't think you should end up losing any then if it's just a single Marauder.
Now, what is a really cool follow-up is this Reaper going to go right into the main base and work on these damaged SCVs and immediately getting some more kills. Strelok forced to pull these Marines off the line. So while GanZi, his cheese was scouted, Strelok is still doing a great, GanZi is still doing a great job of finding ways to do damage.
And he's even going to keep this Reaper alive. Beautiful play here by GanZi. And this is what I love as well, Ben, the ability to adapt straight away in game. You have an ID, it gets scouted. Don't be stubborn and research Concussive Shield. This is very risky, by the way. He's researching Combat Shield over here. But then again, I guess you might as well try. But I love how quickly he adapted. He wanted to go for those Marauders with Concussive Shells. Realized that it got scouted. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to send one. Maybe I'll pick up an SCV, and then I'm going to try to do something with the Reapers. That's a really nice play by GanZi.
Yeah, Strelok is going to go ahead and go for the Banshee follow-up. I think Banshee with Cloak would have been unstoppable for GanZi, but Strelok doesn't have the gas for that.
Yep. Strelok is down 5 workers, man. That's really a lot.
He took some big damage. He's going to go ahead and move down into the natural. Might be able to... No, he's not. He's going to push with these Marines. A little bit too bad because he could have canceled that upgrade.
Yeah, that's a very big upgrade. Combat Shield.
It'll make the Marines much better at defending the incoming Banshee harass.
Hellion in production as well. Sarah's going to find a lonely Marauder in the middle of the map, so that means that he's going to have to be careful with these Marines. Man, that one Marauder is like the big bully against 3 little kids.
It's like a 5th grader on the playground with the kindergarten kids. Give me your lunch money. And then
I'm going to call my friends.
Here's his little brother.
Yeah, give me your lunch money.
Yeah, the little brother feels much more confident. That's why he
but here comes Mom.
Why don't you boys play somewhere else?
Leave my kids alone!
Mom does not mess around. This Banshee will clear up. It's going to make its way over. Then again, this does give GanZi a little bit of time to prepare for Mom, and that's nice. Now GanZi will be able to call his own mom, and she's going to call all the other moms from the entire neighborhood. And this one single mom from the other neighborhood has to go away.
All she was doing was standing up for her kids, man.
Yeah.
Now she's being ostracized.
And now she's like, man, them uptight girls.
Society. Oh, Strelok! Careful!
His mom is like, I hate upper class.
She needs to go home and change her underwear or something.
So he will go home, but of course, GanZi still has that worker lead band that he had throughout the entire game. He's gonna lose Stimpack though. I guess that was kind of inevitable. Did he never build a new tag lab? No, he did not. I think that's a little bit greedy. I think it's ballsy enough to research combat shield here, but thinking you could also research Stimpack with absolutely zero map control, I think that was a little bit too much.
26 workers to 31. It's going to be one base against one base. Kev Strelok's going to have siege a little bit faster, but the army supply lead. Ooh, there is no army supply lead. How about that? It's 25 to 23.
I don't know, Ben. I think it's going to be very tough for Strelok to make something happen. GanZi has been mining more throughout this entire game. GanZi has combat shield, which I really think is huge. And, well, he even got close to having Stimpack, but that's not what he's going to have. I don't see this game going into favor of Strelok.
Well, Strelok's in a push. This does not feel like the right move to me, but maybe he feels like he's taken enough damage that he has to.
With the right engagement, Ben, everything is possible because it's such a close game. But if GanZi is going to handle this really well, and certainly if he puts himself up in a nice defensive position, I think Strelok is making a mistake.
Strelok does have a tank lead.
Oh, and GanZi is just expanding though, Ben, so that's 400 minerals that he won't be able to use. GanZi is not paying attention yet.
Oh, here we go. Viking immediately goes to work on the Banshee. What do you call it? Combat shields is proving to be just huge in this defense. Easy hold for GanZi. I'm surprised that Strelok, his siege mode was done, man.
Yeah,
he
for both players. Neither of them want to siege.
Strelok will retreat to a siege tank.
That's pretty smart.
We'll lose a tank though. But he might kill all the tanks of GanZi.
Pick it up, man, with the medevac. He's not going to do that. He ends up losing that one tank. I would have loved to see a little bit of medevac action, since there's absolutely zero anti-aero here from GanZi. Wow, GanZi is
awesome
doing
control.
a beautiful play by GanZi.
Awesome control there by GanZi. And now he's in a he's pretty much solidified the win with that maneuver. Strelok going to go ahead and drop a command center, but so much later than GanZi, who's finishing up his natural command right now.
That makes me so happy, man. Those are the type of things I want to see in the North American Star League, and GanZi is giving it to us.
That tank has 1 HP.
GanZi, so good. I love it.
I think he's completed the micro trainer, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I did that too.
I could never do that last challenge.
No, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
It's really hard, man.
No, it's not really hard.
Oh, please.
What?
You say like you just sat down and did it on your first try.
No, I didn't do it on my first try, but it's just you have to get into the nice rhythm. I think if you sit down for a few minutes, you should be easily able to get it.
I tried it 10 or 15 times and I couldn't get it, so I gave up on it.
You're so bad at this game.
Man, why so BM?
Did you do the one with the ghost? I actually thought that one was tricky. But
I got the ghost one on my first try.
Really?
Yeah.
The sniping on the bayonet?
Yeah.
Beast! I tried that like 5 or 6 times, but it wasn't at my own setup, and then I was like, man, this sucks.
I did the ghost one at Brazil on my first try, with Rob Simpson sitting next to me.
That's really impressive.
Yeah. But I couldn't do the tank one. The tank one was really hard, because one of the hardest things for me to wrap my brain around, like for some reason, like I know it's something that you have to accept, but I don't know, I just struggle with it, is allowing your units to take damage. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to eventually take damage, so all the 3 stalkers shoot at the same time again.
Yeah, and it's like in my head I want to not take any damage, and of course if you try to do it that way, you end up losing the medevac.
Yep.
And
Strelok is patrolling over here with those Vikings. He wants to perhaps intercept the drop, but GanZi's just going to siege up over here.
Ooh, the medevac kind of close. Medevac really going deep into Strelok's territory, and he will lose.
Yeah, but the tanks are also killing a lot of the Marines from Strelok already. Strelok, his starport is on the fire. He's going to have to lift that one up.
He could land those Vikings and kill the 3 Marines.
The good thing is Strelok has more Vikings right now than GanZi.
It's too close.
Oh, a little bit sloppy right there for Strelok. Or by Starcraft. Strelok can easily pick up this Viking, and then all he has to worry about is these 3 Marines, which is the only thing that's going to give him high ground vision. Those Marines are going to fall right now, but they still have combat shields. Still 0 upgrades on the Marines of Strelok.
Beautiful scan by GanZi. Just sensed it, was able to pick off those Marines. So GanZi still holding on to that strong lead that he has. 90 supply to 60. Army supply also in favor of GanZi, 39 to 29. So he is ahead in every possible way. Yeah,
he has a lot of workers as well. 52 SCVs against 32 SCVs for Strelok right now. This is a really, really big lead for GanZi. And I love this push as well. He's not even overly committing. He's not even feeling, oh, I'm going to have to win the game right now. He just picked up a few units. He knows that he's in great economical shape. And he's like, every unit I pick up is a good unit because, hey, I'm earning much more than my opponent.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He's kind of in a position where it doesn't matter if he's cost effective. I mean, it's still, wow, another big fight here in the middle of the map, well, in the middle of the natural.
I was about to say, man, I think you're losing your orientation.
My bearing's off a little bit. As GanZi just repositions and does some more damage. So, like, GanZi can't afford to throw units away per se, but he can't afford to trade.
Oh, look, and he really wants to get that one tank. That's the hero tank.
This is the story of the tanks that live forever. Viking,
Oh.
Viking, 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 Viking!
Oh. The Viking that went hiking. That's why you shouldn't be afraid to fly.
You did take a hike. You're like full of
And now we say
metaphors
goodbye.
today. And rhymes.
I know, man. You saw the Viking song, right? The Viking song is so cool. Like, I actually never saw that. It's been around for 2 years already.
I think
Like,
I know the Viking song.
About the Viking that's hiking. He's afraid to fly. The wings of liberty.
Oh, I thought you had made all that up. I
No.
was all proud, and then turns out you were just stealing somebody else's work.
Yep. And I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen that.
No, me neither, but it's been around for like 2 years. It's very cool. It's like with a really deep voice, like wings of liberty. It's really cool, man. You should check it out.
All right, we'll check it out. Maybe we'll show it on the community.
Yeah, but it's been around for 2 years, but hey, I've never seen it. And I've seen most of those
Drop in
things.
the back of Strelok's main means more SCVs are going to fall, and he's going to find himself further behind than he already was.
GanZi is just playing this out really well, Ben. He knows he's so far ahead. Strelok, he knows he's far behind, but he's hoping for that one silly moment where your opponent is going to be over-aggressive, loses a lot of units, but GanZi is playing this so extremely safe. GanZi, Ben, he seems like a very serious contender for at least the playoffs, if not the NASL finals, because the way that he played this game is close to perfect.
Yeah,
Doesn't
you're so
take
right.
any risk at all.
You're so right. 140 supply now to 90. Still with a strong contain outside Strelok's natural, just doing damage where he can, when he can, making all the right moves, taking his own third base, solidifying that economic lead that he's had all game long.
So far ahead. Almost 30 workers. Ooh, expensive miss rally right there for Strelok. He's gonna end up losing 4 or 5 Marines. GanZi panicked a little bit there. He's like, whoa, the fight is Tim. But no worries, GanZi, you're more than just fine.
Yeah. And Strelok just kind of choking right now, Kev. Not that he's not saying that he's playing bad. I'm saying that he's just running out of oxygen. He's being strangled by GanZi.
Yeah, he pretty much completely mined out his main base. GanZi has a sick container on him. And look at this, Ben. It's gonna even get some Mr. Turrets over here. He has like the sickest contain. GanZi is really afraid of losing this game. I kind of like that, Ben. Because often you don't really know. Well, this is a nice pickup over here by Strelok. So GanZi is gonna end up losing a few Marines, but do you really care about a few Marines when you have this contain? This is like the contains of contains.
Tell that to their families.
Strelok seems like he's gonna try to break out over here, and the contain is not that strong. Ooh, GanZi was unaware of this, Ben. Beautiful.
Strelok does get some good tank shots off. We'll kill both of those siege tanks. But GanZi, you know, his supply is not even budging. 160 supply against about 110. Strelok may be able to bust out here.
Strelok almost has Stim. He doesn't have it yet, but within a few seconds he will have it. He's also getting +1, and the GanZi is just going to fall back to at least his reinforcements, and eventually he could fall back to this tank line. Ooh, he's going to move those tanks up into the natural. That's sick play over here by GanZi, man.
Yep, just going to punish Strelok for being out of position now.
GanZi's doing this so cool.
Yeah, really, really nicely done. Just like a chess match. Every time Strelok moves, GanZi moves. And this is going to probably be checkmate, Kev, as every single SCV going to melt away under those Stim Marines.
The DPS of those Marines.
Strelok has no choice but to try and base race, and he will do damage with this, but yeah, I don't even think he can kill the reinforcements GanZi has back at home.
It's 111 army supply against 77, so there's definitely a huge lead for GanZi. But if he's not careful, he even has a lot of units left over here. He has 4 siege tanks. He's going to bring in a lot of those Marines, those SVs as well, just to make sure the tanks can siege up. Stim's going down on either side.
Yep, Strelok trying to make something happen here, and having some success. Tanks and Marines working well together.
But it's only a small part of GanZi's army.
Yeah, GanZi's bringing back the brunt of his army. Wow, what if Strelok could siege up on the high ground? I don't even know if that would matter. SCV is being pulled off once again. They can't really afford the siege because now they're going to do all this splash damage. And here's the army of GanZi coming back to clean up Strelok. And Strelok does have to tap out. Good game. Ties up the series 1-1, means Strelok's going to have a choice on the final map.
But beautiful play here by GanZi. I think he played an almost perfect game too.
Yeah,
really absolutely perfect.
Really well played by both guys, but especially by GanZi. So that game brought to you guys by AZO monitors, the monitors that we use here at the North American Star League. You can see their logos in front of our little screens. They're pretty slick. Speaking of chess games, the AZO logo kind of looks like a chessboard. In a way.
Nice bridge, man.
Just saying. Short commercial break, and then we're going to be back with the final game of GanZi versus Strelok. Don't go anywhere, because you don't want to miss it.